It's Operator of the Year. Now, this award is for a company that best exemplifies consistent advancement of the convenience services industry. So recipients are innovative and willing to expand conventional business practices. And the 2022 Operator of the Year is Trolley Hospitality Companies. Scott Halloran, Michael Calkins, come on up. All right, lovely. If you could just come and stand over here. Actually, there was a bit of advice I forgot to tell you. When you accept an award and you pose for a photo, make sure you put on your best face possible, because that's going to be on the wall for years, that image. Now, as far as I understand it, the two of you launched successful companies separately, and then you merged them to create an even larger successful venture. Tell us about how that happened.
Well, I'll get started. First, I've just got to say we're so honored to be here today. This is amazing. I want to thank my family. I want to thank our wives, Kelly and Tina, and our whole Trolley hospitality team. They're so awesome. Yep. But Scott and I originally met in prison in 2006.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Remember that?
It's a true story. He was the big spoon.
Charming. They've been rehearsing that for a while, you can tell.
Well, what really happened is we were there for a pre-bid meeting.
Right.
I had vending services in Richmond, and Scott had Halloran's Refreshments, and they let us go home that night. So at any rate, we had that bid, vending services won it, and we started to have weekend routes and holiday routes. That was kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
But we both survived the recession of 2009.
Nice.
Came out of that and went into the micro market world, and found that we were really competing heavily against one another. So
yeah.
And let me ask you, as a follow-on, partnerships are tough at the best of times. You were two separate entities working together. Has it been smooth sailing all along?
You know what? I called for a lunch just to see where the waters lied, and about 6 months later, we were merged as a new company, and his skill set and my skill set are very complementary. It's been a great marriage ever since.
It's been a great marriage. This is great. Scott, you also, and we've just heard it, you were working in the catering business, and I know that's also a part of the company today. How does that experience translate through to your company as it is today?
Well, actually, micro markets is what got us into catering. We were looking for production of our own fresh food, because outsourcing that from third parties was not always easy.
yeah, that's after watching a whole pallet of salads fall over on the loading dock one Sunday. No salads that week.
So it's tough to recover if you don't make your own food, and food, I think, is the future of the industry.
Very interesting. Thank you for that. And Michael, I know that you graduated way back from the Virginia Military Institute with a degree in economics. And I was guessing that obviously coming from that particular school, education must have been around teamwork, structure, discipline. How does that play in our industry?
It was. They had us doing all sorts of things, so we got to jump out of airplanes and drive tanks. But the main thing they focused on over the 4 years were life values of integrity, duty, discipline, resilience, leadership, and team. And we've been able to take those values throughout our life and incorporate them into our company core values. And it just makes for great teamwork, knowing that your customers are serviced well. It's just a great place to work.
I love that. I interviewed a military member several years ago. Best advice I ever received. He said, if you turn up early, you're on time. If you turn up on time, you're late. Yep. And if you turn up late, you're dismissed. I live by that. I love that. Scott, last question. You've led the launch of the NAMA Special Interest Groups, which is so handy. How are these peer groups helping NAMA members?
Well, thanks for that plug. Yeah, for those of you out there, SIGs, the Special Interest Groups, is a great new program inside of NAMA, and I want to thank the committee members who have volunteered their time. But this is, how do we extend networking beyond the show? How do we get it into our companies? And so we've created special interest groups for human resource folks, for purchasers, and for anyone in the service departments to kind of get to meet one another across state lines.
Do you stay connected through the year?
Absolutely. We have Zoom meetings periodically every couple of months to get people together and share best practices and really kind of grow their network.
It was the amazing thing about all the Zoom meetings is you learn so much about people's lives from their backgrounds, right? So many guitars, so many bookcases, and weirdly, so many cats. Scott, Michael, thank you both very much. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.